Hey viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. You're watching Arc Trend SA. Now with this channel, we'll bring you the latest news of what's happening in Mzansi and a bit of what's happening all around the world. After we won the Rugby World Cup in France this year, 60 million South Africans were celebrating from all corners of the country. There has been millions of South Africans losing their jobs each and every day and losing properties as well due to the manipulation of rand which was done by the big banks of South Africa. Not only did they score a try on millions of South Africans, just like the Springboks, big banks worked together to outscram the poor middle-class families who ended up losing their cars and their houses as a result. Now I have a video that best explains what actually happened.
The accusation was that these 28 banks had colluded between 2007 and 2013 to manipulate the rand for their own profit. Trying to manipulate the market for foreign exchange is a massive deal. This is basically how it works. Whenever you want to do business with somebody in another country who uses a different currency to your country, you both need to find a common currency to do the buying and selling, the trading in. And generally, people trade in dollars. So if you are a South African wanting to do business with somebody overseas, even if they're not in America, you generally have to go and take the rands that you have and buy dollars. And banks play a massive role in how most people buy foreign currency. They often have their own foreign currency that they trade on their own behalf, but they often create channels through which everyday South African or businessmen around the world can do easy foreign exchange purchase and trade. And through these processes, they make profit, they make commission. And in our fundamentally globally interconnected world, where virtually all goods and services and industries are involved in international trade, the foreign exchange market for currencies to do deals in has a massive effect on a ton of industries. It's obviously imports and exports, but it's a ton of other things, including direct foreign investment, public and private debt, financial assets, and the price of many goods and services. So what's collusion, and how does colluding generally work? Well, ideally in capitalism, the way that prices are regulated is that a bunch of companies are competing to provide you a good, a product, a service. And they try to compete to get your business instead of you going somewhere else in two ways. The first way is they increase quality, so they say our stuff is literally better than the other stuff. And the second way they do that is they drop price. So that's how it's supposed to work. But unfortunately, sometimes companies that are all providing the same product, and I'm going to use bread in this example, say all the bakeries in a country that are providing all the bread for the entire population stop competing with each other, thereby driving up quality and driving down price. Instead, they all secretly agree to all raise their prices together and keep them similar, which means that none of them is out competing each other on price. But what that means is if you want to buy bread, you have to buy from one of these bread makers, and all of them have raised their price. And so you have to swallow the price that they're selling the bread at, which means that all of these colluding companies make more money, and it screws the consumer. So in the vast majority of countries in the world, there are laws in place against collusion because they don't want people to get screwed over by creators of goods and services who then dominate the market so that nobody else can get in and then all agree to raise the prices. That is literally what South Africa's Competitions Commission and Competitions Tribunal is for. So let's apply this to the market for foreign exchange. There are all of these different banks, 28 banks, trying to convince you, a South African business person who wants to do business with somebody overseas, to go and buy foreign exchange through their channel that they have created for you. And if they're all competing with each other, then they're going to try to undercut each other and attract your business by offering lower rates. But then that means that even if they get your business, they're making less money, less commission per transaction. But what if all the banks secretly got together and agreed that they would all raise their prices for doing foreign exchange? So then you, as the business person, don't have a cheaper bank to go to. No matter what bank you go to, it's going to be expensive because they fixed the value, manipulated the value of the rand away from the competitive market so that they get bigger commissions, bigger personal profits. The accusation was that these 28 banks had colluded between 2007 and 2013 to manipulate the rand for their own profit. Trying to manipulate the market.
Now guys, that's all for today. Now for more Mzansi news, please like, subscribe and click the notification button for more content. Thank you for being part of this video. Cheers.